Welcome back to Cottage Designs by Erin. I am Erin, the owner and operator of Cottage Designs by Erin on Etsy. And my job on Etsy is to make and sell handmade items. I make doll clothing, quilts, pillows, table runners, small miniature wall hangings, that sort of thing. So I haven't been with you for a while on YouTube because I've been sick. I actually came down with pneumonia and was on bed rest for 3 days. And then no sooner I got over that, and I now have something going on with my throat. But I'm still going to go ahead and make a video with you today because it's been a while since I've uploaded. So if you are interested in making the quilt that's on the wall behind me, go back into my quilts and look at the video called Curved Piecing. And I will show you how to make the Valentine's Day quilt that's on display. What I've got for you today is a primitive Valentine's Day shelf sitter. And this is by Chestnut Junction. You can go to their website. I went today and they did not have this exact pattern, but they have a similar pattern called Hannah. And Hannah is a little Valentine's Day primitive doll, which is very easy to make. So here's their website, chestnutjunction.com. And so when you open this pattern up, you receive a paper copy of this. You will need some kind of fabric to cut it out of. I chose ticking because it's very sturdy and thick. So I'm going to move the camera to my hands now. So you would put this face down on your fabric, trace around it with a Sharpie, and cut it out. You will need two. One, this is the back, and you'll need one for the front. Then you will take a piece of muslin, and with a number 2 pencil, I just like these little cheap mechanical pencils from Walmart, you would trace the shape out around and cut it out. Okay, once you have that done, you are going to embroider the facial details on the heart. So I did the buttonhole stitch just as it's shown on the pattern. And then I did the eyebrows. And now I still need to do the eyes. If you're asking yourself, well, why didn't you show all these steps? It's because it makes the video entirely too long. So I'm going to come on the back and tie a little knot. I'm using the very common DMC 321 thread. Or, yes, 321 red. Now I'm just going to take a big long stitch for her eyes. And I am going to carry my thread because the fabric is thick enough to where you can't see it. I also cut out 2 pieces of muslin and doubled it up so that you couldn't see the stripes through her face. Okay, so this is what her face looks like once you have it done. I'm going to then tie a knot in my thread in the back. All right, now, excuse me, I'm going to put the front on top of the back piece. And we are going to sew around it. I couldn't show you all the embroidery on camera because it took about probably 30 minutes just to embroider her face on. Okay, now I'm going to bring my machine up. We're going to start at the bottom and sew all the way around the design. This little lip down here is what you will leave open for stuffing. Okay, I'm now going to take my scissors and I'm going to snip in just a little bit all the way around so that the edges will turn under. You want to make sure you don't cut through your stitching line. I really love Valentine's Day. It's one of my favorite holidays, actually. And it has been ever since I was a kid. I think it's because I like how you don't have to do a lot for somebody. You know, that you just remember them and that should be enough. And you don't have to buy a big fancy gift. Just some little something. And I love love. I'm a hopeless romantic. I've been divorced 31 years. 30 years, and I've never remarried, but that doesn't keep me from believing in love. Okay, so we did that, so now we're going to flip it inside out. Maybe didn't leave myself enough room here. I decided I want a little more space to get into this. Okay, so now we're going to flip it. Okay, she's taking shape nicely here. Okay, so here's her basic shape after we flip her inside out. The little lip is what will get turned under once it's stuffed. Okay, I have a bag of stuffing that someone gave me. I'm just going to stuff it with polyfill like you buy at Walmart or Hobby Lobby. Some people use sawdust to fill their pillows, which would also work. Her neck is not very wide, so it takes a little bit of doing to get this polyfill in here. Now mine is rather new looking. You can boil some hot tea on the stove and then submerge this in hot tea, or you could put hot tea in a spray bottle and you could spray her to age her with hot tea. Or if you like the newer look, you can just leave her like she is. She's finally taking shape here. You want to get her nice and plump so that she sits up. We're almost done. Okay. Now I'm going to pin this. Trying to get it as even as possible. Okay. All right, so here's our little shelf sitter. Now, we need to take, we don't have to, but I'm going to take a piece of lace. Oh, these are little rings. That won't work. I'll try a different piece of lace. I've got some old tatted lace I'm going to glue around her neck. This can also be tea-dyed with the doll. I'm very fortunate I had a lady that started following me on YouTube, and she mailed me 2 big gallon bags of handmade lace. And shortly thereafter, she passed away. And she wanted me to have that lace because she said she knew that I would use it and enjoy it. Need to do a little more gluing back here. Okay, now on the bottom, I am going to glue this shut. And that's why ticking is nice to glue, because it's so thick. All right, so in 19 minutes, raise this back up. Here is our finished product, and it's a Valentine's Day shelf sitter. So now I would just trim off any loose strings, see if there's anything else that needs to be glued. And again, you can submerge her in hot tea. You could spray her with hot tea to age her, or you can just leave her like she is. So one more time, the pattern is by Chestnut Junction. If I were guessing, I'd say it takes a full hour to make, and that's the embroidery and everything. And one more time, here is the website, chestnutjunction.com. Thank you for coming back to visit with me. Please check back often. I don't return to work until the end of the first week of January, and so I'll have more videos for you. Like and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Merry Christmas.